Hello, beautiful viewers, down south throughout the cosmos. Prepare to indulge in experiencing sheer bliss, because today another stellar, riveting, captivating, stupendous unboxing video is about to be brought to fruition. What item will I be unboxing? What item will I be opening? Without further delay, without further procrastination, let me elicit the box. What tangible item is encompassed inside this box? Let's find out. Let me demystify that answer to that inquiry right here, right now. I'm going to utilize my nifty pair of scissors to penetrate through the box. Once I've made an aperture in the box, then I can expand upon it and extract the item from the box. Here we go. This process will only take billions of picoseconds to undergo. I have penetrated through the box. I have drawn forth an action figure and golf and paper. The box can be relegated to the trash. It can be consigned to the trash. We do have some airbags. Do these have a pragmatic use? You can reutilize them for shipping purposes. There appears to be another item in here. So, all the contents of the box have been depleted. It's now officially devoid of any content. We have two items. I recollect purchasing one item. Let's see what items are encompassed inside the packaging. Oh, this is apparently the one and only base for Mojo. I presumed that I would receive him fully assembled. He's been detached from his device. Is this item akin to a wheelchair? Well, it lacks wheels, but it does allow its user to traverse through terrain. This vehicle resembles a spider. It has a multitude of legs, just like a spider. Does it have beady little eyes? Can it unleash silk? Most likely not. Let's move on. Do I have a contraption in this bag? Let's find out. This item is an enigma. I presume that Mojo is encompassed within this packaging. However, I do not know. The future is precarious. The future is obscure. I've yet to unravage the packaging. I hope that he's in pristine condition. I hope that his integrity has not been compromised amid the transportation process. I hope that he's unscathed. I had a Mojo action figure in the past, however I neglected to assemble him. Why? I abstained from removing my Marvel Legends action figures from their innate default packaging. The ones I had were mint on card. I had to relinquish them. Why? I cannot afford a storage unit to house them in. I detest thinking about the past. However, I've learned the hard way. If you buy something, you need to open it. If not, it can take up ample square footage. If you do not have a copious amount of square footage to store your stuff in, then you may have to resort to relinquishing it. Especially if you cannot afford a storage unit in the long haul to be able to house your personal property within. The Marvel Legends action figures produced by Toybiz sell for enormous markups on the second-hand market. They command hefty premium prices. They're relatively unaffordable. This particular figure I purchased for a grand total of $37. I prevailed in an auction against other prospective buyers. Now, even though I owned this figurine in the past, it was never able to see the light of day. It was confined to a multitude of boxes. Each limb for the figurine came packaged with an action figure, a part of the series. This Mojo figure, I believe, is from Marvel Legends Series 14. However, we can verify that. Something just fell. This packaging is arduous to open. I am feeble. I am dainty. I lack physical prowess. I am in dire need of muscles. I need vitality. I need stamina. Do you have the temerity to unbox any item without utilizing tools? I do not. This packaging is arduous to decimate. Alrighty, here we have the one and only notorious, infamous Mojo. This is a figurine. How many points of articulation does he have? I do not know. That is an enigma. I would presume that he has over 20 points of articulation. His elbows are double jointed. His articulation in his finger joints. Place his pegs into the peg holes, and voila. You have the glorious Mojo figure in his completed form. His biceps are capable of swiveling. This is quite a nifty figurine. Let's see how tall he is, shall we? How tall is this hunk of plastic? Well, based on his device, he stands well over 6 inches tall. However, if you neglect to factor in the utmost tallest part of his device in measuring his height, then he stands closer to 5 inches tall, as opposed to closer to 10 inches tall. So that's a rough estimate. I typically measure action figures from their highest point to their lowest point, or from their lowest point to their highest point. I love this device. It allows Mojo to be mobile. This figurine is not flimsy. He's relatively sturdy. I love his aesthetics. They have visual fidelity to the comic books, which he is derived from. I love his textures. He has high quality shading. His hues contrast well with one another. He seems to be mostly yellow and brown. The wires in the back of his head are a myriad of colors. I love this action figure. I've no gripes about this purchase. I want to be able to retain this action figure perpetually. I hope this action figure does not succumb to becoming broken. If you want to purchase them new, then you have to buy at least all the 6 figures in the set that his limbs are included within. What is the name of his contraption? Is it a walker? I did not know. I'm not well acclimated with the lore behind the character. He's from the X-Men series, and he's quite a stellar figure. It's quite a pity that Toybiz filed for bankruptcy in 2008. I detest the modern Hasbro Marvel Legends action figures. They're not on par with the Toybiz Marvel Legends action figures. Toybiz Marvel Legends action figures superseded the Hasbro Marvel Legends action figures in every facet. Toybiz did not churn out shoddy action figures. Amid the early 2000s, their action figures were of the utmost highest quality. Unlike Hasbro's action figures, Hasbro cut costs. Toybiz spared practically no expense. I love this action figure's aesthetics down to the minutia. I love the sculpt. I love his menacing look. I love that he's not a static figure. He has articulation. And ample parts of his body. Even if he is confined to this device, he can still articulate himself in a multitude of ways. So he can be placed into nearly any dynamic pose as you see fit. It's too bad that modern day action figures are overpriced and lack as many points of articulation as the superior, lower priced Toybiz Marvel Legends action figures that came bundled with stellar accessories and a comic book. So it is what it is. I will relish viewing this figurine every day. I want to flaunt him on my shelf and add him to my prodigious action figure collection. Are you going to purchase Mojo, or are you going to forgo the opportunity to buy him? I have no qualms about this purchase and decision, so I'll likely never sell him. Hopefully I'll be able to retain him perpetually. Do you relish action figure collecting? If you do, then this particular action figure will probably appeal to your niche interests, especially if you're an avid, devout X-Men fan. I hope that you found this video to be enthralling and insightful. Have a wonderful, marvelous day. Goodbye.